right, guys. So thank you all for getting on tonight. We had our call a little bit later tonight, but it worked out really well for everyone because a lot of us were busy until 9. So thank you all for getting on. Can everyone mute their audios, please? All right. Cool. So we have 3 teams on tonight. We have Forever Fit, my team. We have Kaylee's team. And we have Nikki Minton on tonight. And Nikki is going to be our speaker. I got to talk on her call last week, so we're taking turns. And she gets to give us a little spiel tonight and start out our new month, right? Because not gonna lie, last month was really hard, but it is a brand new month. We can put everything aside. Whether we did great, whether we did poor, it doesn't matter because we're starting fresh. So everyone's going to have an opportunity to reach all their goals. So if you haven't reached your goal or if you haven't made any goals yet, definitely write some down, put a date on it. Whether it's getting Success Club, whether it's rank advancing, starting a new challenge group, getting challengers in. Make sure you write it down and put a date on it. Make it a priority for you, especially if you want to grow with this business. Don't give yourself excuses because we could all use them. It just matters on how bad we want something. We're going to do what it takes. So with that said, I'm going to let Nikki talk tonight. She is a 7-star. She has been elite now for the past 2 years. She actually started right when Melanie Mitro started coaching too. So she is actually Melanie's upline coach, which is pretty awesome. They are the ones who pretty much started Beachbody in Pittsburgh. So yay, because we wouldn't be here right now. But Nikki is very amazing. We have definitely gotten to know each other really well. Nikki was actually one of the people when I met her at my first Super Saturday I was ever at. And I was watching her talk on stage and I'm like, oh my gosh, I will never be like that. How in the heck did she get there? She's so successful. So it's really awesome to be able to watch her grow and, just be a part of it. So, all right, Nikki, if you want to even share like a little bit of your story too, that would be awesome.
Yeah, definitely. So for those of you who don't know me, Nikki Minton, Nikki Kuban Minton on Facebook. So if you don't follow me, you're more than welcome to follow me. I am a 7-star diamond coach. I have been elite for the past 2 years, like Deidre said, and I have qualified for elite this year as well. So let's go back to when I started. I started in April of 2011, and I joined as a discount coach. I wanted to buy Shakeology. My coach, who is Katie, was messaging me for a good 5 to 6 months prior to me signing up about she knew that I was a mom and knew that I was looking to lose weight. She kept messaging me about, at the time I was a teacher, so we were living literally paycheck to paycheck. And I didn't have any room to invest in myself. So I just kept telling her no. And then finally one day I saw that someone had lost 10 pounds on the Shakeology cleanse. And I was like, you know what? That's it. I have used every diet product out there. I've gone to the gym. I have seen no results. I have 2 kids that I need to take care of. I need to do something for myself to be happy. I hated who I was looking in the mirror and seeing. So I told her, I said, you know what, I'll do the Shakeology with the discount. I said, but I don't want to do any of the coaching stuff. Please tell me I don't have to do any of that. Like, I don't want to help anyone else. I just need to focus on me. She was like, yeah, you don't have to do it. Don't worry about it. So I already had P90X at home. So I committed to Shakeology and P90X the day that I signed up. Shakeology and P90X the day I signed up. And the first 2 weeks we kind of started challenge groups, the Bombshell Dynasty. So I was in this group and the amount of support was so crazy. Like, it was just amazing to see that people that didn't even know me would answer questions that I had, give me advice, and just encourage me to keep going. So 2 weeks in, I said, you know what? I have to tell every mom out there that I know about this. It's just too amazing to keep to myself. So from that point on, I started posting about Shakeology, posting about Beachbody, and started inviting everyone on my friends list. At this point, I was still teaching, and June came, and I said, I don't want to go back in the fall. My position wasn't guaranteed, and I didn't know. I was going to be on eggshells all summer. So I said, you know what? I'm going to commit to Beachbody. I want to do this. I know that this is where my heart is. I see what the products have done for me, so I'm going to do it. And my husband was like, you are effing crazy. You gotta be kidding me. And I said, no, like, this is what I want to do. And like I said, as a teacher, we don't make, and then I just decided to quit. So that did not go over well with my husband, and he was very anti-Beachbody. So for the first, from June until it's not that he wasn't on board, because he did start, just was so against. Uh-oh. Can you guys still hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
I hear you.
Something just happened with my Zoom, and it like said go back to the meeting. So I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm here. So yes, so my husband was just, I guess he was more to say that he was against all the time that I was putting into Beachbody and not seeing a return. Because I was literally working from the time he got home from work, and he's a police officer, so he was working crazy hours until I went to bed, doing things nonstop. So he didn't like that. So August came, I did I went to, it was called the challenge training, and that changed my business. It changed how I looked at the business, and it changed how I approached. Okay, so can you hear me now?
Are you trying to talk?
Can you guys hear me?
Now we can.
Yes.
Yes. You keep cutting in and out a lot.
Okay. Sorry, I don't know what's going on. So I went to the Beachbody challenge training, and that changed my outlook on how I approached my husband with the business. What is going on? Can you hear me?
Deidre, do you see that message?
Yeah. You're cutting out like really bad. I don't know if you can hear me or not. Do you have like a good service area right there? Let's give her a minute. Maybe she has. Nikki, can you hear me? I think she's going to try to reconnect. Sorry, guys.
I'm so sorry. I'm back. Can you hear me?
A little bit. You keep freezing.
I'm back. Can you hear me?
No.
Can you guys hear me?
Nikki, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Do you want me to call you and you can talk through there? Call you and you can talk through there.
I got on the phone. Okay, can you hear me on my phone?
Yes.
Okay, so sorry about that. Okay, so I went to, I don't know how much you heard and what you didn't hear, but so I went to the game plan training, which is the Beachbody Challenge training now. And when I came home from there, my outlook on the business was completely different. I had a vision, and I was able to share that vision with my husband. And so I had talked to Lindsay Matway while I was at that training, and I said to her, what can I do to have my husband understand what I want to do and where I want to go in this business? And she said to me, she said, ask him to give you 60 to 90 days in this business, 100% support. So I did that. I just said to him, I was like, listen, Chris, I really believe in Beachbody. My heart is here. And I really think that there is a possibility that we can go somewhere with this. Can you just give me 90 days, a full 100% support, so that we can see where this is going? And, at the end of the 90 days, if I'm not where you want me to be and I'm not making the money that you want me to be making, then I will go ahead and find another job. And at the end of that 90 days, I wasn't where I needed to be financially, but I never gave up with what I believed was possible with this business. So with that being said, in that amount of time, yes, my challenge groups sucked. They were horrible. I was there though. I was invested in my challengers, and I had coaches that canceled, and it took me 8 months to get to Diamond. But in the end, it was all about where my heart was and having my heart be truly invested in my business, and where I knew I could go and where I knew Beachbody was going to take me. So looking back, one thing that I would say is commit to being in this business 1 year from the time that you commit. So if you signed up on August 1st but didn't decide to commit until today, give it 1 full year. From that day that you decided, I'm going to fully coach. I'm going to put it all in and I'm going to do it. Because you are going to have ups and downs. You are going to have challengers that cancel or challenge groups that just aren't wonderful. You're going to have coaches that fall in and out of rank. You're going to have coaches that cancel their business accounts. And that happens. It's normal. You just have to know that you are in the right place for the right reasons. So if you put your heart and your passion into coaching, then you're going to succeed. Next thing is, I truly lived Beachbody. I woke up breathing, talking, walking Beachbody. I made sure I got my workouts in every single day. I made sure I posted on Facebook. Yes, I was probably super annoying to people, but you know what? Those people have finally come around and asked me for my help. It might have been people blocking me on Facebook, but started adding me once they decided, hey, that's really something that I could do, or that's really something that I need in my life. Following the 3 vital behaviors. I talked about this tonight on on my Diamond Push call. When I started Beachbody, we didn't have the Coach Training Academy. There was nothing back there to walk us step by step into the process to becoming a successful coach. So I had to literally go through and post to research every single day something new in the back office to learn. And I had to go through and learn those things on my own until the Coach Training Academy came to us. Beachbody created it. And then I went through the Coach Training Academy. But it was every single night I was learning something new. Every single night I was taking what I was learning and putting that into my business. So going through the 3 vital behaviors, going through the Coach Training Academy, and even going through the Coach Training Academy every other month if you need to. Those are things that are truly going to build your business, is learning, searching Google if you don't have the answer for something, researching on your own. And if you have a question and you can't find the answer, keep searching, ask an upline, post in your team page. You will find the answer. The next thing is support. If you don't have the support at home, or you don't have the support from your friends and family, ask your spouse to give you time to fully support you and involve them in what you're doing. Show them what you're doing. Put your heart in your business and put your heart into what you're doing, and the rest will follow you. The support of the people around you isn't really going to matter, because you have your Beachbody family, and they're going to be the ones that are going to support you no matter what. They're going to be the ones that are there to pick you up when you fall down, or they're going to be the ones there to help you when a challenger falls off, or a challenger doesn't get results, or someone tells you that they don't want to buy a challenge pack from you. Your Team Beachbody family is going to be there to be the ones encouraging you to keep going forward. Returns suck. They happen. There are people that just can't commit fully to themselves. It's not something that you're not doing for them, and it's not something that they're not doing. They just can't commit. And you're going to have people that are going to do that. You're going to have coaches that do that. You're going to have coaches that drain you before they even commit to you. And to be honest, those coaches that say they want the business and they use all your time, but then do nothing in it, are going to be coaches that you don't want to really spend your time with, because they're not giving you the effort that they need to put into their own business. So when it comes down to it, if you just keep inviting and you keep growing your business and never giving up on what you believe your goals should be and where you want to be in this business, then honestly, you will succeed. One thing that I have always done from day one is putting my heart into the business and putting my heart before the money signs. Every challenger has a story. Every challenger has goals. It's never about, the commission that I'm going to make. And it has never been that way. I always said in the beginning, I would do this even if I didn't get paid. And I honestly believe that, because I truly love helping people get healthy and fit. I love seeing them reach their goals. So I'm going to tell you to do what works for you. But there are 3 things that you should be focusing on when it comes down to it. Your business, and that is your challenge groups. Challenge groups, hitting Success Club, that's 3 people a month to hit Success Club. And that is, start a challenge group with another coach if you don't have the right amount of people for your liking for a challenge group. And then you want to make goals based on your organization. So building your business, recruiting, your rank, but your rank depends on your actual, what you're recruiting, who you're recruiting, how many people you're recruiting each month, how many coaches are business builders, and how many coaches are just discount coaches. And then third thing is your personal goals. So make sure that you're working out every single day. Make sure that you're drinking your shake every day, and make sure you're posting about it, because people aren't going to trust in you if you aren't doing the products yourself and using the products yourself. Another tip to honestly never give up on yourself and never giving up on any obstacle that comes in your way is scheduling yourself, scheduling time, prioritizing what your goals are and what is going on in your life. So, you might have a death in the family and you have to take some time off, and that's perfectly fine. But those are things that you want to tell people, even if it's just your upline coach, hey, I'm going to be away for a few days because of this. Can you just make sure, or can we have someone get into my challenge group to help me focus on my challenge group? Because your time needs to be with your family at that point. And taking time every single day to reflect on what's going on in your business, whether that's time just to think about what you need to do next, time to think about what is going to happen in your business next, where you want to go in your business, just setting your schedule and prioritizing what is going on. And don't compare yourself to anyone else. I can look at it as this. I signed Melanie up 3 months after me, and she's 15-star, I think 6-star in her second business center, and I'm just a 7-star in my first business center, 1-star in my second business center. If I really wanted to compare myself to her, I wouldn't be where I am today, because she ran with the business and she was more successful than me. But does it matter where she is versus where I am? No, we're still in this business. My goals are completely different than hers. I don't like to be in the spotlight. I don't like to be recognized for those things. So I focused my business on building a solid business for my family so that I knew that we would be financially free. And that is what my goals are. Not being 15-star, not being at the top. None of that was part of my goals. So you can't compare yourself to somebody else because everyone's backstory is completely different. And you can't quit because someone is higher than you. Just because you started at the same time, you're on the same team, it doesn't matter. You have a story to share. You have people to encourage. And you have the story that people want to relate to. So you need to sit back and think about, where do I want to go? What are my goals versus what are the goals that are being set for me? There is no standard in Beachbody. There is no quota you have to reach. You set your goals. You set your rank. You set the amount of people that you help each month, and you set how fast you go in this business. So don't compare yourself to anyone else because everyone else's story is different. Your story is unique to you. So you need to share that, because in the end, you are the one that is going to go forward in this business, and you are the one that's going to succeed in the business, hitting your goals that you want to reach. And if you keep looking at everything around you and everyone around you, you're going to get discouraged. And yes, that makes us want to give up, or that makes us want to sit back and just cool down or look what around us. But if you keep sitting back every time that you don't hit a goal, or you look at everyone else, you're not going anywhere in this business. Everyone is going to pass you up, and you are going to sit back and say, everyone in your town is taken now. They have another coach. Someone else is helping them because you sat back and you didn't fully commit to them. So remember, commit to being in this business for 1 year. The more commitment you have to you and to those around you, the more people are going to invest in you and trust in you, because they know you are there, you are in it. You are not going to give up on them. So remember that. Another thing that I really want you guys to think is, don't forget where you came from. So no matter in this business, we all start at one spot, and we can either, go forward, or we can stay where we are. And as you go forward, and as you rank advance, and as you get more challengers, and as you're on that leaderboard, don't forget where you started, because every single challenger and every single coach you have is starting right where you were. So remember, that's where we need to focus on helping people, because the more people, the further we go and the more people we get to help, then the further we get up there and we're like, wait, where did we start? How do we help our coaches now get to where we are? So you always have to remember, where did I start? Where was I? and how am I going to help my coaches and my challengers get to where I am today. Commit to the business for 1 full year. And remember, if you dream big and have that vision and you have the passion there, giving up is not in the books for you. You don't want to give up on something that you truly believe in. And so if other people aren't supporting you and aren't there behind you, then there's no reason for you not to prove them wrong. So I hope that helps. Any questions for me? I'm sorry, I do talk very fast, and I know we have a lot of connection issues, but does anyone have any questions for me?
I have a question, Nikki.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm new. My goal is to be an emerald. My only thing is, like, I'm just starting the challenge groups. I don't know how to get coaches involved unless they know the product. And I have a couple coaches or a couple people who use Beachbody, and I've kind of introduced the coaching aspect to them. They may or may not be interested, but I don't know how else to introduce, coaches if they don't know the product. It's not like you have to get them in the challenges first and then see if they want to do coaching.
So, I mean, for me, I did both. When I first started, I just got people signed up as discount coaches because that's what I did. I knew I needed the discount. So I do that for people that want the discount. I just let them get the discount, and if they don't like the product after the 30 days, then they can leave, and they can cancel. But once someone has Shakeology for the first month, they're seeing the results, they're seeing the product, they're liking the product. But I know a lot of people find that the return rate of having a challenger first, then to a coach, is higher. You're more successful because people are getting results already, and they're able to then go and share that with others. Versus a discount coach, they still have to get their results. Does that help and answer your question?
Yeah. So basically, I kind of have to run with my challenge groups first, and then
it's up to you. If you have 2 people that could really benefit from the discount, then sign them up as a discount coach. Or if someone comes to you and says, oh, the money is an issue and I just can't afford that, and you offer them the discount, then that's perfect way to get your 2 coaches to go to Emerald. But if you want to really build a business, I think having a challenger first, then going to a coach is perfect. But like I said, I built my business. Out of the 12 coaches to go to Diamond, 9 of them were discount coaches. I only had 4 business building coaches.
Okay.
Hey,
All right. Thanks, Nikki.
Maria,
Sure.
I have 2 coaches on right now who actually started coaching without being a challenger, and they're both diamonds now. Michael or Lauren, do either of you guys want to put in your input of how you guys started? Lauren, you actually didn't use any of the products before you even started coaching, and you have been very successful since day one. Can you say a little bit how you...
I think it ties back to what Nikki said, sharing what you're doing. I blew up Facebook, so much so that my brother defriended me and told me to stop posting on Facebook, that I was annoying him. So I think I was doing my job. No, really, I signed up with Deidre, and I was a challenger. And I think within Deidre, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, I said, okay, let's do this. And I think I literally invited every single person that I knew within that first 5-6 days of coaching. And I never stopped inviting. I never stopped posting. And I really think for me, the 3 vital behaviors is key. I mean, it really, really is. And to this day, I do it every single day. I built I think, Diamond, was it 60 days, teacher, or 30 days?
It was 60, yeah.
So I went Diamond in 60 days, and I built that solely on discount coaches. And there is definitely a struggling point where a lot of them are canceling. Your challengers aren't participating. Coaches are going inactive, and you question, is this really worth it? Am I really going to get past this? Is there something that I'm doing wrong? And it's not. It's just your goals are different than theirs, and you just need to keep going. But no, I had no clue what Shakeology was. I had no clue about any of the fitness programs. I just know that my husband did P90X, and I thought he was insane watching him do it, and never thought that I could do that myself. So, I mean, it's really all about how you portray what the products are doing for you. So, I mean, if you're sharing what it's doing for you, people are going to be attracted to it. They're going to be interested. Yeah. That's it.
Thanks.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. For me, it was just, the workouts I knew were awesome, but then you shared with me about Shakeology and the coaching opportunity, and I just loved helping people. And really, I trusted you that Shakeology was that good. I mean, I just kind of stepped out there and just took a leap of faith. And within a week or so, I could tell the difference in just the way that I felt. Then obviously within about 6 weeks, I could start seeing a difference in my physical transformation, and then just got passionate about it. And I think for coaches, I talk about a lot of times getting across the line. And once you get across the line and you believe in the product, you believe in the business, and then you get to go to Summit and see what an awesome company that it is, then it becomes a thing that you're really excited about it, and just sharing from your heart. Some of my coaches on here, like Jared, he made an amazing post today, and I could just, it's hard to read into a post and see somebody's passion, but I seen it in this post, and people really see that. So when you really believe in what you're doing and you get across that line, it makes a big difference. And you do have struggles in this business. I hit diamond in 90 days. I didn't get it as quick as Lauren did. That's all right. But we kind of compete against each other. I don't know if she competes against me, but I'm chasing after her, trying to catch up with her. But it's fun. You get excited about it, have a good time with the business, and good things do lie ahead of us. There's no doubt.
Thanks, guys. That really helped.
You'll just notice that everyone builds their business in a different way, and there's no right or wrong way to do it. It's just on you doing it and figuring out what's going to work best for you. So, use a little bit of everyone's tips and just see what works best for you.
One thing that I tell my coaches, and I've said it on several calls, is be consistent every day, and at least stay here and show up every day until you go to Summit. At least do that. If you do that, then you get to meet some amazing coaches like Nikki and all these other coaches that are on here. But you feel like when you go to Summit that you see all these stars and all this stuff, because you get to know these people through here. But at least show up every day and be consistent till you get to Summit. And that'll be a turning point for you. There's no doubt.
I agree. That's why I like to say, give it a year from the time that you fully commit. Just give it a full year of doing everything, going to every single event, showing up, to calls like this, and showing up in groups and doing the assignments that are posted. Because if you're not putting in and showing up the effort, your upline isn't going to see that you really want it. So it's truly, something about what your goals are. And like Deidre said, everyone builds their business completely different. Everyone has different obstacles that face them. And, if it was for me, if I would have given it into my husband, who was not really supportive of this business, I wouldn't be where I am today. I wouldn't be here, sitting here, being able to be a stay-at-home mom, being on this call with you guys, being able to send my kids to private school, pay off student loans. Like, none of this would have happened if I didn't truly believe that Beachbody is where I was supposed to be. I was placed in this opportunity for a reason. And you have to truly believe that, because obstacles are going to come into your life. Your challengers are going to leave you. You're going to have coaches that cancel. You're going to have those things in this business. But if you truly believe that this is where you are supposed to be, and you never give up no matter what comes into play that tries to stop you, any setback, any struggle, if you never let that happen and never give up on your true dreams and passion in this business, then you will go so far. And I can't wait to watch some of you. I know some of your names here on this call, and I can't wait to see you at the top. And it's an amazing journey, and it's amazing to see all the coaches that are in your downline when you come to a realization of what the bigger picture of Beachbody is. When I started, there were 3 of us, my husband, Danny Judd, and Melanie. For the first 3-4 months of the business, it was just the 4 of us. And now I look at my downline, and there's over 9,000 people in my downline. And it's crazy to know you guys are probably 3 levels under me, but still, we are all a team. And if one decision didn't happen, then none of that would be here. So you have to think, what is the ripple effect if you gave up? What would that ripple effect be? What would you be, and where would your team be if you wouldn't be here? So think about it, and just never give up. So anything else, Deidre?
I think you did amazing. That was awesome. I think that is exactly what everyone needed. And, I really liked when you talked about competing and comparing against each other, because I don't know any coaches who really don't do that. I was very big with comparing myself with other coaches who, I started with around the same time. And it's one of those things you have to realize you don't always have the same goals. You are in different situations, and people move at different paces. It doesn't mean you're a bad coach. It doesn't mean you should stop coaching because you didn't reach your goal by your deadline. Nothing's going to happen if you don't reach your goal by your deadline. We just make them so you can make your business a priority. But just keep moving, keep chugging along. Don't stop just because you see other people going emerald and you're not emerald yet. I see that a lot, that people are just getting frustrated, and it's like, I've put in 3 months and, I'm not getting anyone. But look at the situation. How many friends do you have on Facebook? How many people are you inviting? How many people are you reaching out to? Are you being a product of the product? Are you showing that on Facebook or your other social media? There's so many things that you have to really look into. And like you said, Nikki, do it for a year. Show up at Summit. Like Michael said, those 2 things are so critical, because that is going to be your game changer for your business. That's going to show you, is this something you're really passionate about? Is this something you truly want long term? Because if you can stick with it for a year, and then you can stick with it for 3 years, imagine what your business is going to do for you. It's going to be amazing. I mean, look at, the people we have we have 44 people on right now, but we're going to be hitting 300 coaches in Forever Fit. We've been Forever Fit for 15 months. So, just think about what you can do in 15 months. I don't know how many people you guys have in your groups, but it's amazing. And it's just doing what you love to do, waking up, being passionate, and just believing yourself and believing the people that you're talking to can succeed too. So,
For sure.
You did awesome.
Thanks. I hope that was helpful. Yeah, for sure.
Does anyone else have any questions for her, or in general? Don't be afraid.
I do.
Awesome.
Hi. I'm sorry. I don't even know how to work this thing, but I'm trying.
You got it, girl.
My name's Bethany, and I just recently started as an apprentice coach underneath of Heather. I was just curious. I've been running into some hurdles with allergies, and I know that not everything approved by the FDA is, a lot of people look to that, though, that approval from the FDA. And how do you overcome that hurdle with your customers and getting them to understand that it is healthy and that it is safe? How do you overcome that?
Okay, so I guess I can answer. So I honestly, no one's really come to me about it not being FDA approved. The only time that I ever have anything about allergies is whether it's celiac, which I have many women that have celiac disease and they drink Shakeology daily. And I point them in their direction and let them know, hey, these are some people that would be great to talk to. Nut allergies, they're afraid to try it because of it being processed in a plant that also does nuts. Well, I just let them know, you can talk to your doctor, see what your doctor thinks, but there are people that have nut allergies that drink it. So really just sharing success stories or testimonies that you can ask about, ask on the team page, or even like I said, I just know people that have celiac disease, so I point them in that direction. So find out, whatever the obstacle is, and ask on your team page, does anyone have any information on this? Or you can always use the FAQ in the back office and see what they say, because I know everything that Beachbody, every question that has been asked to Beachbody is in that FAQ. So if you just search that, that would probably give you some type of answer as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
This
Sure.
actually brought up, I don't even know what group it was in. I don't know if it was the Dream Team or somewhere else, but they were talking about it being FDA approved and why it did not matter. I'm going to search for it. I'll figure something out. I'll Google it. I'll do something, but I will post it for you guys.
Awesome.
Cool. Any other questions, guys? Nope. Are we done? Done.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Thank you guys so much for getting on. Nikki, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. That was very well done. We all needed that.
Perfect. Well, thank you guys so much for having me on. It was my honor.
Thank you. Have a good night, guys.
All right. See ya.
See ya.